Yeah. All right, so you're gonna snap the thing. Let me get you to. Yeah.
Well, like this way.
Yeah. Oh, welcome to Our Bad. I'm Big Bobby Jones. I'm here with Matthew Collins, and we're sitting down with Mike today.
Hey, how are you guys doing?
Good,
Thanks for having me on, man.
Yeah, man.
Man, we had to get you real quick before you had to go on vacation.
All right, so what do you got going on? I don't know.
Oh, so I just in September 16th, I got out of Florida Department of Corrections. I did 30 months. I was sentenced to 3 years, which ends up being 30 months after the 85% gain time. And they also sentenced me afterwards to do Phoenix House, which is a rehab. It's for substance abuse and mental health, and it's in Ocala. When I was released, they had no beds open, so they had to.
So they just released them to the streets, said figure it out until there's a bed.
Okay, so you came to Alco.
So no. I called Matt. I've been talking to Matt. So Matt's like one of the most amazing people I've ever met. He's like I'll say he's probably the best friend I've ever had in my life. Like real shit. Like I don't think I've ever told him that, but like he's the actual like real deal, like real friend I've ever had. I've never had like a friend that
God, I love that.
That real. You know what I mean? And like he supported me the whole time I was locked up. You know what I mean? Like. He's been my sponsor since 22. Like we met the first day I was in Jacksonville, and we just clicked. He got me a job at Uptown, and then shortly after that, he asked me if he could sponsor me, or he wanted me to be a sponsor, be my sponsor, and I said yeah. And then from then on, like we were just kind of like locked in. You know what I mean? We kind of share the same interests. We both do music. You know, like we both make beats. We both kind of the same stories. Funny, man. Both our moms passed away in 2008. We're around the same age.
Bro, so it's not funny, bro.
No, it's cool. It's not funny.
Funny shit, bro.
It's not funny, ha. But it's it's one of them things, one of them alignment things. But yeah, so and we were even out there together too. Like he relapsed after 17 months.
I was his sponsor when I relapsed.
And then he sponsored me in relapse.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Everybody probably already knows this, but he got clean 3 years ago, and we were both working at Jack's Utilities Management, and then I didn't get clean. Like I was doing the methadone program, thinking I was just going to maintain, but I feel like I was just prolonging shit, and so when I got locked up, at the culmination of a ice bender, like I'd been up for like weeks, and maybe I'll get into that a little bit later, but he's just been there every week I call him, and like he's been with me, man. He supported me financially and everything, so like, and that's just a big deal coming from me, you know what I mean? I've been incarcerated for most of my adult life, but a lot of people come and go, you know what I mean? And like
for sure
within the bit, like within years of doing, it's just they're not consistent, and he's always been consistent, and he's been a real influence on like in a big way of me wanting to actually like calibrate myself in a line and start working steps and take it serious, because like when I was introduced to AA in 22, I was just staying at 4th Street. I really didn't know. I had this chasing energy going on, and like I wasn't just content, and I found that out. And so when I got locked up, I just kind of like looked at all the stuff I wasn't doing. I wasn't doing service work. I wasn't being selfless. I wasn't helping other people. I wasn't sponsoring anybody after like 6 months. Like I even had the availability, and then like him and I was looking at him and Brandon and Karimi as well. Like they both stayed sober and worked at the same place. Now they got their own crews. So that's like something I probably would have had if I was.
Well, Brandon stayed sober.
Well, yeah.
The whole time.
Well, yeah, he's still.
But you're doing good. You're leading by example. And
what I mean is like
we were all there. We were all at 4th Street together. Me, him, Brandon, Jonathan.
And that's when I said, hey, like I said to myself, whatever they're doing, like I have to just listen. Like
it's cool when like
get the fuck out of my own way.
Your homies that you were shitheads with are like
get the fuck out of my own way and
good,
listen.
Yeah.
And so that's my dog. It's my sponsor, but that's my best friend.
So how long have you been at Phoenix
my
House?
brother. I have to be there for at least like 12 months.
Oh shit!
And it's an 18-month program, but there's like early termination.
Okay.
So it's long, but it's very beneficial. They have like, dude, like it's very beneficial. They got these step-by-step phasing of like structure. Like I read the handbook and I like it. You know, I mean, I like what I'm about to get. I feel like nothing but good can come of it. And after like 4 months, I can get you go to transition phase and they let you work.
Yeah,
Okay.
stack your money
Your money up. They got a full Olympic-sized swimming pool, a full weights, like free weights, everything I need, bro.
Vegan options.
Vegan options, like
You said you spent most of your adult life in locked up,
Yeah.
so like it'll be cakewalk, bro.
Cakewalk.
Like you do
It's
to
like a
your head.
resort,
like
bro.
Nothing, yeah, you want to hang
this
out.
shit-
Fuck yeah.
Shit ain't nothing, bro.
Yeah, you'd be
And-
straight, bro. You'd go
yeah.
buy like fucking nothing, bro.
Like that.
Yeah, you'd be
So-
straight.
So like when he got out, that's the thing. Is like
Yeah, you'll be out tomorrow, bro.
Yeah.
It'd be nothing.
the thing that
Hell yeah.
was crazy was that he got out and did really well. He jumped into AA. He's been chairing meetings at 4th Street. He got a job. Like the cook there loves him. He went back to Uptown.
Nice.
I actually tried to write a letter to his probation officer, trying to convince him to let him do like IOP or something, but I think he's got a good attitude about it.
Yeah.
You seem to be very positive about
Yeah.
it, so. And
Sometimes me and God, like I'll say, like God just, bro. Sometimes God has plans that we don't. You know what I mean? So you just kind of got to roll with it. Like, so like in my sentencing order it says if I do not qualify, then I could have it switched. But I qualified before I even got released, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's in God's hands. That's why I said, like, let God do what God does and put me where and that's usually that. If I look back at my life, if I had that attitude a long time ago, but even if I look back at my life, that's
well,
really
let's look
where
back at your
yeah.
life. Where, like, well, tell us a little bit about yourself, man.
So I was born in a small city called LaPorte, Indiana.
Alright.
It's on the northwest corner of Indiana. It's pretty close to Gary, in like the south side of Chicago. So that was like my stomping grounds for my early years. You know, I was in the streets pretty early in my life, and I got involved in like selling drugs real early and I got involved in gangs and stuff like in the gang life, and like it just like, man, it just never led me anywhere besides. It ended up getting me locked up, but I had a lot of losses. But I mean, I was pretty cool. Like I was pretty good at like it's funny because I was a straight A student, and I was like pretty good in school and sports and stuff, and I like was successful, and then I don't know, bro. Drugs, but not even drugs. Like it was like I was seeking something that I wasn't getting in my home life. I think like there was an element in my home life that I just wasn't. That's usually how it starts, bro.
Yeah,
like
when you say
kids,
drugs, like we learn to
yeah,
look
that's
deeper than that.
Symptom. You know,
What is it the symptom of?
that's a symptom. So yeah, I got caught selling drugs in 2010. I caught like what you would call like a trafficking heroin charge, and I ended up getting 14 years. And up there you do 50%. So I did like 3. I did a substance abuse program, and they let me out on probation. They let me modify out on probation, and then I fucked up probation, and then I went back for like almost 4. And I just did the rest of the shit. And then I ended up moving to New Mexico. I was out there for a little bit, and I was like but I wasn't really trying to make a change. My sister like moved me out there because she had got a house out there from an inheritance. And I got spun out on meth out there, like in the mountains, crazy shit. Like, I don't know, went through a really intense spiritual awakening that kind of like carried on.
You were in Breaking Bad territory.
Yeah. So like
New Mexico.
a lot of people go crazy, and yeah, you do go crazy. But there was like some stuff that I experienced that were like weirdly aligned with how I ended up here, and everything's working out. So, you know, try to filter out the bad, the good parts between all the darkness and shit like that.
How old are you?
I'm 30. I'm gonna be 37 in December.
Well, you look great, bro.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yeah,
I'm preserved. Like I don't age very. Like it's funny. Like I look at myself, I'm like, man, I haven't really aged. Like,
You just know
physically.
jail food fucks people up. Like you spend too much time in jail, you come out looking rough.
Yeah. So
It'll preserve you too, though. It'll keep you out the streets
So-
and somewhat healthy.
So like, yeah, I don't know. In jail, it seems like I have a way of, which probably it's not anything positive, but I have a way of flourishing a little bit in jail, like just like on the streets.
Hustling.
Yeah, I hustle. So
Yeah.
like I eat more commissary than I do like, you know, I eat more commissary for the most part than like the food they serve and shit. Or, you know, if I get like I was working in the kitchens. If I work in kitchens, I like make my own.
Yeah.
Make it the way I want to make it.
Kitchens.
Shit. Yeah, or like makes. Yeah, you can do what you do.
So when was the first time you went to prison? What helped?
First time I went to prison, I was 19.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Yeah, I was 19. I went for like I got caught with like a bunch of Zans in this like small town in Indiana.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they gave me. I did like 6 months, and I got out. And it's funny, man. I had some cases going on already. Well, I got sentenced to probation like fucking 2 weeks before this happened, right? And where I'm from, and in Gary, like I got sentenced to probation for some shit. I got caught with some drugs up there, and I had like a forgery case going on because I accepted a check from my sister. She owed me some money. I accepted a check from her. It was forged. I knew it was forged. I'm not like I didn't know, but I knew. You know what I mean? Like I looked past that to get the money. But so
Yeah, whether you knew or you didn't.
Yeah.
Taking that check.
so I got out and 2009. Yeah, 2009 I got out and I started going to college. Like I enrolled in college.
What were you going
And-
to school for?
I was a psych major. I was delving into psychology. And then I started, like, I took some of my student loan money. Well, I was like drinking syrup. I was drinking lean and popping
Alright.
perks again and started partying again. And then like I took like one of my student loan checks and was like, fuck it, this shit ain't gonna work like without doing something. So I just plugged back into hustling, and that's when I ended up catching my dope case, and that was in like 2010. Yeah, and then I was living. It was me and my girlfriend living together at the time, and then I got locked up in 2010. In like 2011, she got murdered
Shit.
while I was locked up. Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah, she got murdered. Some street shit, and yeah, that kind of fucked me up, man. Like it turned me to where I was like a little bit cold. Like I didn't give a fuck
Yeah.
for a little minute, and then I kind of pulled out of it when I was like doing the substance abuse program, therapeutic substance abuse program, and it got me looking at like that's the first time I started looking at things from a perspective of we create our own shit. You know what I mean? No matter what this person does, or that person does, or the system does, we choose every choice we make. We choose where we stand.
Yeah.
You know, there's random happenstance where you might get victimized in a robbery, but you know, I mean, that's a variable like thing. Like that ain't like normal common shit. That's not what I'm talking about. But also, even if that does happen, where do you go from there? You know what I mean? How do you pick up the pieces? Do you let it kill you? Do you let it destroy you? Or do you take it and run with you? Run with it. You know what I mean? Take it and run with it.
Yeah.
Or is pressure gonna bust a pipe, or is pressure gonna create a diamond? That's what you gotta ask yourself in these situations. But our choices are what does it. So I started looking at it like I was like this. I heard a lot of people always talking about, you know, oh, motherfucker, well, I'm in prison because a motherfucker told on me. I'm on prison. Yeah, I even said that at one point. I'm locked up because somebody told on me, motherfucker, war. Well, you know, before all that, I knew that selling drugs was illegal. And I knew that the police sent people with wires at me and people all day. I knew this shit's going on. I still did it.
Yeah.
I still chose to take that route. So fuck what another motherfucker did.
Yeah.
Fuck what these people are doing. What are you doing? What am I doing? That's when I actually started looking at that. But it didn't really set in until later on. You know, like I feel like I'm more grounded in actually applying that now. You know.
It took me a bunch of tries, man, with
Yeah.
the fucking AA shit, like a lot. I didn't have to do a bunch of prison time, but I've been through like 7 residential treatment programs. You know what I mean? I've been.
Yeah, you know, man, it's all kind of like you can all relate it to a bit though, like
Yeah.
in a sense, like coping with life. You know what I mean? The only thing different is like, I guess your choices are limited, a lot more limited when you're incarcerated. So, to a certain extent, like you don't have responsibility. You ain't got to pay bills.
So I had a guy recently that told me that along the lines of like life was easier when he was incarcerated. I heard someone
There's
say
a lot of structure. There's so much structure. You don't
Man.
have to think. Like
he
you have to
said
think
no,
about
no, no,
different.
no.
You have different problems.
He said he felt more free when he was incarcerated. That's what he said.
Oh, that's
And
why.
I was like, bro, I
No.
was like, that ain't freedom,
No.
bro.
I can't agree with that.
Yeah, like that ain't freedom.
That's giving. That's like just settling. That's complacency.
Yeah,
That's
So-
settling. That's like
it's like the
telling
opposite.
yourself that you feel more free. You can get free. Like you could start getting into some heavier spiritual practices or meditation, and you can find like, you know, freedom that way. Or like, oh, I'm not gonna let this shit get me down. I'm gonna move forward. But all the people that really are like free, like when they say they're free, it's because they're actually being productive. Like,
I
not-
think it's like from the bondage of drugs and alcohol. They find
Yeah,
it easier in there.
yeah, because because it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you're not gonna fucking lose your job or lose your kid. You already lost everything. So you can sit in there, you can cook up, you can drink their homemade wine, you can do Suboxone, you can smoke weed. There's everything in there. But I mean, you're in a controlled environment, so you're like, you don't gotta worry about going to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, if
Go
you're
to
doing
the
it,
box.
if you're doing it big enough, they'll still put a case on you if you get caught with, like, say if you get caught with like an ounce of fucking meth or something like that, or something bad like some fentanyl. Yeah, they're gonna, bam, they're gonna put you back. They're gonna give you another case. You're gonna go back to court. But
Dude, you balling if you got an ounce of meth in fucking prison.
no, yeah. I mean, bro, you can make, yeah.
Let's go.
So I knew this dude, and he was selling. This is back in the day. It was like 2011. I met him, and he's from Gary. He's from Gary.
Is
Indiana.
Gary a lot of meth or heroin?
No, it was heroin, crack, cocaine.
Okay. I knew it was one of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Because I had a buddy that was from Gary, and
Yeah, it's fucked up.
that was back when I was doing
Gary's
coke.
fucked up. Yeah.
I hit it. 'Cause I
Yeah.
don't know where mine's at.
So
we also need to be sponsored by Vaporesso Vapes because I'm telling you, I got about 6 people on these things now.
So
That's
this
Right.
man was this is when you met, like when that Spice shit came out.
Yeah.
Or he was getting it in like crazy, like he was getting it in by like the fucking pounds or some shit, right? He was the man on the pound of that shit, and in the pen, he was the man with that shit. And he left prison with like 500-600 bands, bro. And that doesn't account for all the shit he done, like put his kids through college, you know what I mean, bought since he been in there. Balling, bro. All the phones he done ran through
From the Spice.
from the Spice.
That's
That's
crazy.
like the go-to
Yeah.
in there, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people smoke. Bro, I don't.
Because it's a real short, like fucked
It's
up.
like crack, bro. It's kind of like crack. It's like
But
paper
I've
crack.
seen videos of them. It does not look fun. What do they
No,
call
it
it? Ryan-
don't.
People
Ryan
like
the bump?
big out, right?
They're like,
Is that riding the bump?
yeah.
That's what they call
Yeah,
it.
they're swimming. That shit ain't cool, bro. I swear, bro. That shit kills people, bro.
Wow.
That shit kills people in there. That's like one of the most dangerous things you can do in prison is paper dope, spice.
That's wild.
Yeah, but they spray it on paper, and that shit is easy as fuck to get. It's easy as fuck to get in. Easy. You can have it just sitting out,
Yeah.
and they don't even fucking know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, they can't stop it.
Huh.
I mean, but yeah. So, yeah, he left with a lot of money. I heard, and word on the street is a long time before motherfucker blew his brains out. But I mean, it wasn't a happy ending, I guess, for him. But he left with 500 bands. Yeah.
Now he's doing great.
Recipes,
It
Paul.
usually
Yeah.
doesn't end well.
Yeah.
Ever.
No, not
No.
that life, man.
Mm-mm.
So where is this Phoenix house?
Oh, it's in Citra. It's like in Marion County, right by Ocala.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was telling him last Christmas time we went to Ocala, like downtown. Jen had a friend that was in town, like from Kentucky, I think. And so we met there because they were coming from Disney World or something, and it was really nice.
I know they have a mountain biking.
It's
Course
like
out
a
there.
cool looking town. It's you go there and you're like, oh, this is like something out of a movie.
You can be out there in the country.
Yeah.
Florida country.
Yeah. So coming from like a city, a metropolitan area, where I now in my life I like the country. Like one thing that taught me about New Mexico, that's where I kind of want to settle, bro. Like, or at least buy property out there. Cause I mean, bro, like it was some wild shit. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it wasn't like that wild because like we were living off inheritance, so we had everything taken care of. I didn't want for nothing. Like we wasn't in the streets like fucking scrounging for. Like I had literally had ice every day for free, and I was taking care of my brother-in-law's grandma, and my brother-in-law and my sister were like spun out shit. So but I was just like fucking cool because I get room and board and this and that, and I'm like trying to lay back for a few years just to stay away from prison. Like that's how I was thinking. Like, oh, I started doing research. Like,
I gotta leave.
They're like, oh, 3 years. If you get to 3 years, that like lowers the chance of recidivism. Like, I'm like, okay, well, if I can just stay out here and do whatever for 3 years,
I'm gonna stay twacked out in the room.
lowers my
years.
chances.
Good to go.
I'm beating the odds. Yeah, I'm beating the odds. No, but so it's like where we were living. The neighborhood we were living at was like in the middle of the mountains and shit. Like it's like 30 miles any way to a small town, right? So it's like 2,500 feet above sea level in a mountain valley, and like the sky is like there's no humidity out there. The sky is clear, so I can
Perfect weather for meth.
bro. But meth is like, bro, I go out and stargaze like all night sometimes because, bro, you can see everything with the naked eye. It's like a diamond, like diamonds raining down on you. I can see nebulas, whole nebulas, planets, all type of shit, and it was just so peaceful. I was like, man, god damn, like what, like. But then later on, I was like, oh, that's okay. That's what I can take out of that is that's a place to settle. But I know what I got to do because I met a bunch of people. There was people in that neighborhood that had businesses, right? They had business. They were selling stuff on the internet, or they were fixing up cars and selling them, or they were doing that and they were using their land to do that because like the neighborhood, you get like a good amount of land with the house you buy, and the house we bought is on this like abandoned service road that they used to service airplanes. So that every house on that road has a hangar bay. We turned it into an auto shop. My brother-in-law, he's real good with mechanics.
Yeah.
He taught me a bunch of stuff about motors I never even knew. You know what I mean? Like, and I was helping him fix up cars. He built a paint booth in that motherfucker. It was like big as fuck, dude. I'm like, bro, you can do so much with this shit.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't have any capital to go. You know what I mean? Like, I don't have the capital to invest right now.
In time.
Yeah. What? That's what I said. Ooh. Yeah. I was like, bro, in time. Because that's what I want to do. I want to own my own shit.
Hell yeah.
I don't see myself working for somebody else for the rest of my life.
I just want to see the stars with no light pollution.
That too.
We're on a
For
spaceship.
real.
That's what we're just fucking shooting through fucking space, bro.
I mean, basically, like,
we are.
in a sense.
We just can't see because fucking we got lights everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, we're in a convertible spaceship fucking shooting through space.
Yeah.
And we can't see it.
There's this dark planet that comes around that you can't see, like, here, but you can see it there.
No.
It comes really close, dude, and it looks fucking... It looks like it's insidious. It looks insidious. It does. I'm not gonna lie. It looks insidious, but it's pretty cool.
That could have been the myth.
Yeah, it could have been, but no, it was other people's like regular people see it. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
no humidity, no rain. That's
Yeah.
fucking perfect meth cooking weather. Like,
Yeah,
that's
and-
fucking.
And you see like stuff that looks like space travel and like extraterrestrial shit, and people are like
Well,
Like,
the
yeah, well,
aliens
that's
are,
just normal, dude.
aliens
Like,
are real.
yeah, you're like, hey, like, what the fuck is that? Well, oh, dude, it's just the fucking aliens.
Yeah.
Like, they're just like, they're out there just like,
I don't know if they're from somewhere else or they're from under
they're
the
just
ocean.
like, dude, that's
or-
normal. What have you,
they've
where,
been
where
here
have you,
the whole
where have you
time.
been your whole life?
But
Like,
they're
that's
out
what they,
there.
you
They're
know, that's,
shooting around.
yeah, that's what the people out there say, like, where have you been your whole life? It's like, this is
Not
common
here.
knowledge. Yeah, not here.
Yeah, not here.
So,
I've been under the Jacksonville smog.
yeah, and then out here it's like humidity, so you can't, and it's like lower. You know, it's like we're like below sea level here.
We got some good weather coming in next week.
Do we?
It's going to be in the 30s.
I love that.
Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, low 40s, high 30s. Not getting above like 60s or 70 or something.
Listen, I just recently discovered last week that if the weather outside is colder than the water in my cold plunge, I won't get in it.
Really?
Yeah, I waited.
You got a cold plunge?
Yeah, right out the side of this
Man,
window, actually.
what?
Yeah, it's the shit, bro. Oh my god, it's the shit. I was like, I'm just sold on it. Like I tell everybody, especially if you're older and like you do any type of exercise where you get sore,
Yeah.
man, it's so good. It's so good. It reduces pain and inflammation, like soreness, by like I bet 60%. Because I had one for a while and then it broke, and I didn't have one for like 2 weeks. In those 2 weeks, I knew I didn't have my cold plunge
Dude.
anymore.
Man, that's a whole nother level too. Of like, when it comes to the fitness thing.
Oh, I love
Like,
it.
yeah, obviously I can tell like you you lift or something, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
I work out a lot.
I got So I was like really into that. Like I'm really into that. I haven't been lately just because, bro. So I was working out. I work out all the time when I'm in prison, and like,
It's all for mental health. I do it for
and I
mental
was
health.
yeah, pretty much.
It's
right?
100% makes me.
That's
it
it.
takes away the anxiety. It takes away the fucking
Yeah.
craziness because I'm fucked up in the head. And if I don't work out, and I don't like my whole life, I've been ADD,
Yeah.
high energy. I need to work that shit off. And
Yeah.
like when I didn't, and I was doing drugs, and my brain was just still going, it like made me a crazy person. Now that I work out, like when I don't work out, I'm like fucked up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm different.
Man, real shit.
Yeah.
Real shit. So like I haven't felt that squirreliness, but I still like do yoga and shit. So that's a form of like
Just doing
aerobics.
anything. Like,
yeah.
they say doing any type of exercise works better than antidepressants. Like
Man,
any type of
and
exercise.
that tells you that the pharmaceutical company is bullshit.
Yeah, it is. They just
Well,
want
it's
to.
bullshit.
It's all bullshit.
You know what's funny? A funny like idea, right? Is this? You got this exercise. You got, or say you take yoga for instance. You got yoga, which is like breathing and meditation, but then you also have the yoga asana, which is hatha yoga, which is like the stretches and the planks and the stuff like that.
So good
that
for you.
Pilates formed off of and everything else. Well, they call that in like society, they call that new age. No, new age is a pill. There wasn't pill, like people weren't doing yoga back before there was structured society.
Yeah.
Like that's ancient, and new age is the shit we got going on.
You had to stretch and shit back in the
Yeah,
day because
dude.
you were running from animals
That's like
that were
not
going
that's
to
not the
eat
new
you.
age. I don't see why they're convincing people that that's new age, bro. That's
Progressive.
older than everything. Yeah, it's progressive, but yeah, it's real life shit though. But you can, like, dude, I had a toothache, right? Real bad toothache. This was a few weeks ago, and I had gone. I was like, the day I was supposed to do yoga, right? Or it was the day before I was supposed to do yoga. People were convincing me, go get your tooth pulled. Go get your tooth pulled. I even went, tried to do, and they were like they told me to go to Salzburg. They were like, it was supposed to be free. So I go there. They're like, oh, there's a fee or whatever. So I'm like, whatever, fuck this shit. I'm good. I'm not getting my tooth pulled. So I go back. I take some ibuprofen. I lay down. I get up in the morning. I go do my yoga. That motherfucking tooth pain gone.
Huh.
Gone. All it was is just excess gases and energy just built up. Like limbic energy built up. I had to circulate.
All right.
That's it. And that's most maladies. Like for the most part, you know what I mean? Like physical maladies. Most of the time just built up shit that we're not letting out, like stress bunches you all the way up. You know,
Fuck yeah.
it builds up pain. You tighten your all that shit. You know what I mean? Like just circulating that shit makes it just smooths it out. So there's all these remedies that are
You
natural.
gonna bring yoga to the Phoenix house?
I think they got yoga there.
They probably
already,
do.
dude. So that's another thing.
If not, though, you
Yeah.
get them on it.
Hopefully so.
That's
Remember
cool
Brandon
though.
used
That's
to
nice
do
you can
yoga
work
classes?
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's where I really learned how to work out was rehab. Well, I mean rehab. It was
Yeah.
rehab, fucking rehab. Because me and Kevin, like that's where I learned in the weight pit, like a shitty fucking weight pit. Like wasn't not these weren't nice weights. This is a state-run rehab, but in Orlando, and it was like literally like a weight pit and like sand and like a bench on like a slab of concrete that had like a shitty roof over top of it, and like the heaviest dumbbells they had out there were like 50s, but we were like, we thought they were heavy. I thought they were heavy as fuck at the
Oh,
time,
dude, when
bro.
you first
Holy
started,
shit,
35s are heavy.
Dude,
What
I
do
was
you
like,
mean?
one day I'll be able to curl a 50. Bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I was so weak. But it's where I fell in love. Like if it wasn't for recovery, like I wouldn't. Like working out's a huge part of my recovery. It is.
Yeah.
It's like more than anything, honestly. And it's kind of shitty because that's what it is. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like that's my meditation time and shit. I love it. That's cool, man. I didn't know you worked out like that. You did a lot of calisthenics in jail and shit.
Yeah, that's because that's really all we got. Like,
Yeah.
like they took away the weight piles because some people
getting smashed.
people
in the
get their
head.
heads smashed in. So like, I think they still got them in the feds and some prisons they still got them. I think super low level in some states, but in Florida they don't have any. They don't even have any weight machines in most prisons. I was at one that had one. I was at a private prison. They had at one point they had a pull up and dip jungle gym bar inside the dorm, like right under the stairs.
Oh, you can do some shit with that.
That's like the best shit.
Yeah.
Is pull up and dips. Like to me, like that got me fucking right. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
get you
Pull ups and
back.
dips, and then it was like kind of a big dorm.
Like
So
the
I'd
thing that
run.
you hang up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'd run, bro. I'd run for like 30 minutes because I like it was big, but it wasn't big enough for me to count laps. Because if I would have count laps for miles, it'd been like 17 laps. I was like, fuck counting laps. So I just look at the clock, just run for 30 minutes afterwards, and like that shit got me, in shape. And then I just continued on, but. Yeah, like I gotta work out when I'm locked up, bro. Because there's just like absolutely
You really
nothing.
go crazy.
There's absolutely
Yeah.
nothing else to do, bro.
Yeah.
And like, it's just a routine thing. Like I set a certain time in the day, and I do that shit. You know what I mean? I sleep better when I don't work out. I can't sleep.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But then when I got out, I was working out like, because 4th Street's got a jungle gym in the back. I don't know, bro. It was like making me feel like I was still in prison. Still like, so I was like. Fuck this shit. I'll just like walk a little bit here and there, and then I knew I was going to the Phoenix house. I'll just pick back up like that. And then I got on a good diet. I started dieting a lot better here though. Like I've been dieting. I don't really eat much besides fruit and salads and shit.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's hard when you're an alco. Fucking.
Yeah.
Shoot.
But I'm at 4th Street. Yeah.
Quit trying to put him out.
Something my bad, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know
I don't eat, especially now that I got income coming in. I don't really eat the house food like that. Like.
Well, 4th, they try and give you bonos all the time, don't they?
They do like once a week, or they were, but I haven't fucking seen it. I haven't seen it since I've been.
Nothing on bonos. Nothing. Not hating on bonos.
No.
I love bonos.
No,
They
that's
get
cool.
Donations.
That's cool, man.
We were lucky.
That's
Yeah,
cool. George
bonos.
was doing that. George, I remember he did that on 4th of July, like when I was living there last
cater
time.
some stuff, but he don't. No.
But yeah, so I don't know. Me personally, I'm just like I'm like real conscious about the input, like my input when it comes to food and everything. I feel better. I feel, you know what I mean? Like I can
It's
feel
so
it
funny, I'm
all,
the same
bro.
way, bro. But I used to just like shoot up anything.
Me
Like I
too.
literally like make some meth in a basement and be like, man,
Bro,
let's
I'd fucking-
go.
Bro, at one point when I was at my lowest, bro, I'd like fucking go into a goddamn Burger King in on the south side of Chicago and like fucking pull toilet water. I was fucking big that shit. Like so.
And now
I'm
we're like, we eat clean.
Yeah, like I was like, man, it looks pretty clean. Yeah, it looks pretty clean. All right, good. I'm like checking it for streaks and all types of shit. All right, it's good. I'm like lucky I never got fucking sepsis or some shit, bro, for real.
You
But
ever use puddle water, like rain, like
No, I never did use puddle water.
I knew a guy in when I went to one of the rehabs I went to, Teen Challenge, and he had like
I thought about it.
a huge ass like open wound here that was like covered up, and it was from fucking shooting up pond water.
Yeah.
No, not pond water. I'm talking something fresh from the sky.
Yeah, it's fresh, but
No,
It's
pond,
still
you don't
kinda
know what's in
dirty.
a pond. Might be a retention pond.
Yeah, he got like real fucking
Yeah,
sick and
not
like fucked
pond
him
water.
up.
yeah,
Oh.
it's bad.
Catching a raindrop.
Maybe.
Yeah, so I knew a lot of people that.
Like back of the rig open, like come on, grab in there.
Yeah.
Or at least coming off the gutter, like the rain gutter.
Oh, that's the roof, bro.
The runoff.
on, bro. You know what that's touched? Oh,
That's great.
you
Not
just gotta
many people
hope.
go up there.
You gotta
bro.
hope you get a basket in the back of that fucking rig.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I
So,
saw a picture today, like this stuff nowadays, trank and all these things, like people's whole limbs are rotting off.
yeah, crocodile.
It's pretty bad.
You ever heard of crocodile?
Yeah, I've
Crocodile
heard of
shit?
that. And I was just listening to Joe Rogan, who's just talking about another one that they're putting trank in dope.
Yeah,
Tranquilizer.
Yeah.
Trank making people's
Yeah.
shit rot off.
And that's what's fucking, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
in Philly and Kensington.
Yeah, it's a different.
It's real bad in Philly. They
It's
were
a
just,
different. Man, it's a whole different ball game nowadays. Like I don't, like I hate saying that. Oh, back in my day, type shit. Like, but for real,
It was different.
You
Bro.
could take a pill without thinking you were going to die.
right now
Yeah.
you never know if there's fentanyl.
Yeah.
Like,
I used to take handfuls of pills, of like questionable pills.
Real
But like
shit.
I knew I wasn't going to, there was like,
yeah,
that was tough. And I,
Yeah.
I'll be fine.
stronger than most.
Yeah. But fuck, man.
My handfuls,
Yeah.
I knew what they were.
So, dude,
Yeah,
like
sometimes mine are questionable.
coming down here, like when I relapsed down here, and I'm like hearing about all this shit. Like it wasn't normal to me that people were just doing fentanyl. Because where I'm from, I remember back in like 04, 05, when in Chicago they used to have a bunch of high-rise buildings, right? Like on the south side, on the west side, on the north side. They tore them all down because they were like gang-infested drug havens, and like you could, like, for real, the police couldn't even go in there. They have snipers on the roof, all type of shit. Police couldn't even go in there, like, type shit. Like
That's
they
crazy.
do these organized raids, like a couple, like at a certain time, but people knew what time it was and just put the shit up. Like,
Yeah.
so, but I remember this one time, some fentanyl got mixed in the heroin, and it started killing people, and literally the gang, like the gang chiefs were like, shut it down, get rid of that shit.
Yeah.
That shit's bullshit. Get that shit the fuck out of here. What the fuck are y'all thinking? Like, y'all killing the clientele. Now
Yeah.
the feds want to indict everybody. Like, so when I came out here, I was like, man, these people, what are they doing? Are they trying to get rich? Are they trying to kill people?
That's
Like,
never
what the
made
fuck
any
are they
sense to me.
doing?
But that's how it started off. It was slowly getting mixed into heroin. I remember like some of my friends died, and then but over time, it just made a switch where like people used to be like, oh, if this has got fentanyl in it, oh, I don't want it. To, oh, it's not fentanyl, I don't want it.
Yeah.
You know, but that's just how it became, and now it's just strictly fentanyl.
Yeah, which I don't even like, bro. It's shit, there's not, like, I'm
It's
sober
not-
now, but like my experience with it, I didn't like it. Like, I didn't get high off it. I just fucking fell out.
Yeah.
Like, I never experienced
I mean,
it.
I would get high, but I would OD
I
all the
I'd
time.
I'd get high initially, but like for like a couple minutes, and then I'd wake up with my ears ringing and fucking a big headache.
Because like I just said, my whole life I've been like, I'm tough. I can do
Yeah.
it. Like handfuls of pills. Well, you can't do that with fucking dope when you're shooting it. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. I'll be fine. No, you're
Yeah.
not. You're not fucking
No,
fine. You're getting Narcan. Then a couple minutes later, like, dude, I've been Narcan so many fucking times. Like, so many times. 'Cause I was dating this girl, Monica. We've talked about her a few times on this podcast. But she would Narcan me as soon as I would start to nod too long. Like, fucking, it drove me nuts, bro. Just Narcan me all the fucking time. Because I went into it, well, when we were dating, when we first started dating, not first started dating, but I got hurt and went into a coma. And when I went into the coma, it like fucking gave her PTSD. And so every time I would start to nod too long, she would think I was
Freak
dying
out, yeah.
and like think I was going to go into a coma again and fucking Narcan my ass.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference. Are they dying or are they just having a
I'd hold my breath for a minute too long, or like a second too long.
I didn't even be around people doing it because I didn't like playing that game. I'm like, yeah, right. They're like, oh yeah, like making farm noises. This one guy made weird sounds and he starts squealing like a pig. And that was the first time I met him, and I was like, hey, is that dude all right? Oh yeah, he always does that.
Yeah, that's just.
And I'm like, man, this is weird.
That's his high, bro.
I used to know a guy that would smoke crack, and he was bald, and he would smack the back of his head once he starts.
What the fuck?
Yeah, swear to God, bro. And he'd be like, and you just wouldn't acknowledge the fact that he was doing it. You just be talking to him. It's crazy ass.
Yeah. So one thing when I get on ice, when I do ice, dude, if I'm up for a few days, I'll start having conversations in my head, but then I won't be able to like keep them from coming out. So and now I know that, right? It used to like freak people out because like I wasn't like really being upfront like about it, or I just try to stop myself, but I couldn't eventually, and I didn't even really know that I was speaking. Like sometimes I would still know, but I don't know. Anyways, like recently, like so when I was in prison, I was doing some ice. Like I went on an ice bender while I was in prison, and I was up for like almost a week, right? I remember like day 3, I was like starting to feel that, right? I was like starting to hear voices in my head, and I'm gonna start talking back to them. So I told my bunkie, right? I told myself, hey, listen, I'm gonna start talking to myself, because at this point I'm just like, I know what I'm gonna start doing, so I don't even give a fuck. I'm just gonna talk. I'm just gonna have conversations with people in my head that aren't there. So like, I just tell them, hey, listen, I've been doing ice and I'm on a bender, like been up for 3 days. If I start talking to myself, bro, I'm not psyching out. I'm not gonna hurt you. It's just something I do.
I'm not gonna hurt you. Always just seems like
you might hurt
don't
me.
worry about it. I'm not gonna like stab you in your sleep. I'm just talking to myself for real.
Sleep deprivation is hands down the strongest drug I've ever done.
Yeah.
Ever. Like, because I do meth. You can do a shot of meth and you're fine. I'd go fucking out and like hang out with my grandma at church after I've done a shot of meth. But if I've been up for days on meth, because of the combination of the sleep deprivation, all of a sudden I'm wiggling around a little bit. Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm tube, man. Bro.
You start processing the dreams while you're still awake, bro. So you're like, what the fuck? You can't like
talking gibberish.
I used to do that.
Yeah, like you start going through REM while you're awake.
Yeah,
and then it's like
I was like come to, but I'm awake, but I'd like be saying something that made no sense. And
that's when your imaginative mind starts to cross over into your rational mind.
Or I'm talking to a guy that's sitting in this chair, and there's nobody sitting in this chair. You know what I mean?
I remember Brandon told me a story about like they were like riding around, and the whole time they thought like there was someone in the back seat, and he kept talking to him, and everybody's like, "Who are you talking to?" He's like, "Bro, the guy in the back seat." He's like, "Bro, there's no one in the back seat."
Dude, Monica,
like, for real?
Where'd he go?
Me and Monica were in Daytona once, and we've been doing meth for like days, and we were there trying to get fucking fentanyl. And she had convinced herself that I worked for the cops, and even though I was driving us around to get dope, and we were getting dope from my guy in Daytona, she thought I was like trying to set her up. And like the whole like no, I like fucking still to this day, like I've never interacted with the cops. I had a warrant, an active warrant for my arrest when she's trying to tell me I'm working for the cops. And she like, and there's no cops. They don't exist. Like they're not around. Like we didn't interact with any cops. We didn't see any cops. Maybe one driving by when we were like, and she's like upside down with her feet on the roof, like fucking wiggling around. And she's like, I know you're working for the fucking police. You're doing hand signals and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? What are you
hand
fucking psycho bitch? While I'm driving, she thinks I'm giving hand signals to the cops.
It's like, you damn near want to be like, she said I'm doing hand signals. And then throw her all the way the fuck off.
She was already losing.
Oh, she probably would have stabbed you or something, bro.
She would have killed me. She didn't jerk the steering wheel, bro.
She was upside down. So she was
literally upside down, like in the floorboard, with like, and telling me that I'm working. I'm like, Monica, you need to like first off, we're in Daytona. There's no tint on this car. You need to be sitting like a normal human
Sit
being.
upright now.
Yeah, like, bro.
Like, what are you fucking doing?
Bro.
Like, you're gonna get the cops.
Yeah.
You're trying to
getting
get
the
me
signals.
arrested.
You're giving the signals right now.
Yeah,
Like,
I've heard a lot of people do that where they'll be like fucking the feds are watching.
Listen,
Like, man, the feds are watching. We're
they
not
don't
doing
give a fuck.
nothing.
Yeah, they don't care about
We
me.
got a fucking gram.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? We're splitting
I
a
have
gram.
PTSD
Yeah.
from those situations.
Neither one of us are employed. They don't give
Yeah.
a fuck about us. Like,
But like those type of situations like you're talking about, I have PTSD from that. From
Yeah.
being around people who would start losing their minds and be like, "Oh, you made a face." Like I saw it. Like
yeah,
you know,
the
like,
face. You made a face, bro.
And they think they're like they got some sort of intuition and they're onto something and they're really just completely batshit crazy.
Insane.
And
Yeah.
I managed to like somewhat keep my wits, so like I was still pretty aware of what was going on. I was just like would just get really goofy, and you know probably not 100% on point, but like I knew that whatever they were saying wasn't really happening, and I would just get it was just so like. And I want to say this too, like because these are funny times and funny stories, but none of it's fun.
No.
Oh, no, it was not fun. It was horrible.
No.
It was awful. There was
my God.
like it's a funny story to tell.
Yeah,
But
but I
in that
get it.
moment-
When you saw her upside down, like
I'm like fucking in tears, bro. Like, what are you like? This is the girl. Like, I love this girl. Like, what are you talking
Yeah.
about? We're in a relationship. I love you. You think I work for the fucking cops?
Yeah.
You're my ride or die. What are you talking about? Like, I was so fucking upset, dude. Like, can you please sit normal? We're gonna go to jail.
I would take a case to keep you out the way.
Yeah, like I'm
What the
literally
fuck?
driving to get us drugs. We're driving this beat ass fucking car. Like
Yeah.
I don't like
we're in a different county.
yeah, like we're hours from our house and this car is trying to break down any second.
So you
Like,
don't even work for JSO. You work for Daytona Police.
fuck, bro.
Yeah.
And I was like, what did
That
they
part.
do? They like did I like how did I contact? And I'm like trying to explain this to her. How did I contact them? With you in the car with me the whole time,
Hand signal,
and
bro.
let them know where we're going to be. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, I don't know how you're doing it.
But you're doing it.
But you're doing it.
You're doing it.
Oh,
Hey, man, that's a good point, though,
like
Matt.
a picture,
'cause-
like doing.
That's a good point, though, Matt, because I was just reflecting one day, and I'm like, man, for so long, like, what the fuck was I even addicted to? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck was, like, what was I compulsive? Why was I being compulsive over misery? Like, for real, most of that shit was miserable, bro.
It's a delusion. You think that you're acquiring something that you're not. Your mind tells you, "I want this. This is going to make me happy,"
Yeah.
and it doesn't actually bring happiness, and it ruins your life.
Yeah.
dude, there was
Oh.
so many times like when I would do a shot of meth, and I would be like, I literally to my friends, I'd be like, I don't know why I do this. I don't even like this. Like, I know where this is going, and I don't like. It's not even that fun. Like,
It's not.
I'm just doing this because I don't have anything else to do.
It becomes
like,
what you do.
It's like this is just all we
Yeah.
can get, so this is what we're getting high on. Like, and like that sucks, dude.
That
When you're
sucks,
like,
yeah.
I don't even like this drug, but I'll do it because it's what I got. You know what I mean? Like, fuck.
That's how I always felt when I did, like, cocaine by itself.
Oh, see, I loved cocaine. That was-
Like, it just didn't, like, I don't know, bro. It's, like, too short and makes me feel like,
makes you feel like ass afterwards. The first
Yeah.
part of the cocaine is
That's how I
great.
felt about
It's-
crack.
it's
yeah,
like-
that's what I mean. Like,
Yeah, crack's terrible.
bro, cocaine's great when I'm drunk.
Oh.
When I'm drinking, cocaine's amazing. When I'm fucking nodding out and need a fucking pick me up, cocaine's great. When I do cocaine by itself,
Oh yeah, it's an accessory drug. It's
like
100% a part.
it's like now I'm like this. Well, I used to be social, but then like it came a point where like it was like quickly like when I do cocaine, I'm like, oh, get the fuck away from me. Like everybody get away from me.
Yeah, it was
no
fun when I was a
no
kid.
one's fun when they're just on cocaine.
Yeah, it's like,
Like,
Well, no, when we were
you
young
do
in
it-
high school,
Yeah.
we would do it and talk all night.
yeah, and talk all
Oh,
night.
see, I
and
was
have
always drinking. It was always to like
You
continue my
We
drinking.
were
Yeah.
probably drinking too.
have
and-
these fucking social experiences where we're
Oh my
fucking
God.
connected.
Yeah, we're best friends now, bro. We've been talking for
like the
8
first,
hours.
the first time,
And
like first ecstasy moments.
making incoherent business plans.
Dude, if podcasting had been a thing back then,
Yeah.
do lines and just fucking talk, bro. Nonsense. Dude.
Are there podcasts out there?
Oh my
I'm
gosh,
sure
can you
there
imagine?
is.
Like,
They can't
if I
afford
could
the
go,
equipment.
if I could go back in time and like record
You would
my
have paused all.
fucking
You would have paused it all. bro.
geeked out conversations I've had, bro.
Stupid.
They'd
Crazy.
probably be fucking
probably be-
real entertaining.
Probably
Go
some genius
viral.
shit you could pull from it though.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because yeah.
I
And
wish
then,
I could remember
psychedelic
everything.
trips. Like I came to some profound conclusions.
I
on
have too.
psychedelic trips.
I've had some moments of clarity and some things, and then
Yeah.
it goes away. I did a lot of Corseed cough and cold in high school. A lot of robo tripping type.
Yeah,
shit.
that never really appealed to me very
Speaking of
much,
what
man.
you just said, I always talk about this is like when someone described it as it makes me feel like I wish I didn't do this, and I'm like, yes, that's
Yeah.
what it feels
Yeah.
like.
Yeah.
I literally did it one time in a sober living house, and I just went in bed under the covers. It was just like, just doing
That's
my
like,
time.
got
You
the
know, like-
same shit as like Robitussin.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, yeah, I've
You don't
drank a
wanna
bunch of
do it.
Robitussin
Yeah.
before, and I felt like that too. Like I was like, why did I do that?
Yeah, it gives me the heebie-jeebies. I can't even take cold medicine now. Like I won't even take a regular dose because if it triggers something in me remembering that.
Yeah, I
weird
knew a lot of kids that were doing that.
crawling out of my skin feeling.
I was real into hallucinogenics when I first started. Like I was always a drinker, always. But like before I started doing cocaine, I liked mushrooms and acid, and then like we couldn't find that, and somebody told me that you could take Corseed.
Oh, yeah.
And it didn't cost any money because I could go steal it.
Yeah.
You know what
Some
I mean? So
people
it's like,
like it.
I can trip on cough medicine. Fuck yeah, let's
But
go!
it's like
So I went crazy.
It's
'cause
like
I
a
could
dirty
get it for
trip,
free.
though. It's not.
It's so
Yeah.
dirty. It's gross. It's
Yeah.
icky. But
It's
I,
like diet.
That's
but like if you don't have any money and you're a high school kid and you want to trip,
Yeah.
boom,
Facts.
let's go.
That's like I could always tell like I was getting like a lot of LSD for a little while. Not for a long time. For a little while.
Yeah, I was getting
for a few years. I know you could tell when the chemist didn't like just kind of like I don't know didn't make it the way he was, or made it was made it was some chemical that he was using to
Well, there's
to-
other stuff that
to
they
substitute?
pretend is LSD that's not.
Well, I've had wildly different
You could-
experiences. on
LSA,
LSD, like-
you could feel it like stuff that wasn't as purely created or combined or whatever. I don't know
not
the process.
clean. Yeah,
Not as clean. You could feel it in your spine. Like your back fucking hurt. Your fucking face muscles clenched real tight, and like everything was like, you know what I mean? Like you feel it the next day. You'd be like, oh my god, I need a fucking nap. Like
Well,
I
they say
need
it stores in your spinal tap. Like they do a
Yeah.
spinal tap. It stores in your spinal cord. That's how long they can test for it. I don't know if that's true, but that's what they always said.
there was a lot of ecstasy that was like that for me too. Like there was a lot of like really good X that I did that was like clean. Like and the next day I wasn't all ate up as shit. And then there was ecstasy that I did, and then the next
Well, that
day
had all
I
kinds
was
of things spruced in
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
But it was like
Yeah.
in the beginning, it was good. Like you could do it, and like you wouldn't be
like the fucking
chewing your fucking face
the
off.
Blue
next-
Dolphins in the fucking in the
yeah,
early
yeah.
2000s.
Yeah.
So let's
We
have
still
a theory
talk
on
about
that. Like one of the back then, like MDMA, one of the ingredients they were used to make it is sassafras.
Yeah.
So like at some point, I think they started taking that out because it's hard to get. It's from it's from overseas and like some.
yeah, it's from
forest.
Cambodia and it's
Yeah.
depleting like
So then
severely.
they come up with like other versions of it, but like it's a known fact that it's not like it used to be. Everyone knows that.
Yeah.
Everyone says that.
It's not.
I caught the tail end of it probably 2002.
It was okay then.
Yeah, it was okay then. It was good then.
That was good.
But come 2005,
Oh
2006,
yeah, it's dead.
they started calling them jigs and they started getting weird.
There was also
Weird, didn't it?
Yeah,
In Orlando,
like
yeah.
10 of them and then just be all like weirded out. And, like,
Yeah.
You could,
Oh yeah,
you couldn't
yeah.
take 10 of the ones from the beginning.
There's no,
Uh-huh.
yeah, well,
Yeah, you'd be-
what?
I remember I took 2 one time and was just
You
blew
get
my mind.
stuck, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
So it was like 2016, man. I ended up getting some. I was in work release, and it was fucking New Year's Eve, and we were in work release. This is back in Indiana. My dude came in the center, and had a fucking, they call them flats in Chicago. Like they're called flats. They're like real flat and wide, and they're like that wide and flat, and they got like a fork cut on them. And they're like $25 a piece, right? But they had like 500 milligrams of MDMA in it, real MDMA, bro. I took half of it and was like off my fucking shit rocker. Like I'm like in this work release center, like fucking rolling my fucking balls off, dude. Like, and we try to get cigarettes, right? So like there was this one dorm that was like on restriction because like they hadn't paid their fees, so they got like locked in. They can't go out in the day room and shit, and they can't come out unless they're going to work or just a certain time. But they had the cigarettes over there, so I'm like, I send my money over there, and I'm waiting, and I just get impatient. I start kicking their fucking door and all that. I was off the shit. But yeah, that was like, I haven't seen nothing since like then. But even in 2016, I was like, damn, he found some shit.
So it's funny what you said like about the 25 because like at one time I was in some sort of interaction. There's this guy, I think they call him Squirrel or something. I just never forget that. Like, yeah, Squirrel. Like, well, shout out Squirrel if you're still alive. Anyway, so he's like, you want to buy a bean? And I'm like, all right, you know. I'm just like, nah. So I said, how much? Because that was kind of like how you feel it out. And he was like, $25. I was like, oh, 25? And I was like, was it from the dark web or something? He was like, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, all right. And it actually was like, that was the only time, dude. It was like, you know.
Yeah.
I was also in a concoction of all kinds of other things as well. But I remember my friend, like, I was like, bro, you gotta come pick me up. I gotta get out of this house. I'm rolling my ass off and I don't want to be here. I don't know what to do. So he picked me up and, yeah.
One pill.
So that was one time. And
Nice.
But when you said $25,
Yeah.
that was what he charged. Because usually that would be like $5, and I'm like, no, that ain't.
Yeah, you're like, what?
Those are
That's not even
crack pills.
Yeah, that's not real. That's some fucking.
And it's just
fake
like with Molly, the same thing happened to that. I think they just started like taking meth and like kind of mixing it up,
Yeah.
putting it in some pills,
so
like
like-
a small amount in each one, so it would do something.
shit. So they
But
got
it wasn't what you were looking for.
they got people like when I was in the county jail in 23, or 22 and 23. People were in there for sales charges and shit, right? For selling Molly, and they'd get their FDLE report back. That shit is not MDMA. It's something called substitute cathinones. A cathinone is some preservative for food, some food preservative.
Oh shit.
Yeah, which is like a fucking fraction of $1 for a goddamn gram. You know what I mean? Like, so these people are buying bricks for like $1,000 and selling it for whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's the market. But yeah, all that shit people were smoking out there ain't shit.
I'm glad it's not the same anymore because it makes being sober just so much worth it now. I don't know. It might have been harder if this was the year 2003.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, or the year 2007, if real OxyContin still existed. If these like actual like, I don't even have a thought of going back out because I know what's out there is
Yeah, I don't-
like dangerous,
Yeah.
weird
Yeah.
drugs.
Yeah, it's
I'll
not
probably
appealing.
die. I don't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not because
And
I
last
know
minute-
I will die. I know
Yeah,
for
I know
That's
that.
just
for
that
a
aspect.
fact.
Without it-
Then like I've never like I was broke and irresponsible and like didn't have shit in my whole adult life. And it's like now, I mean, I like am able to somewhat be a normal person with a job and a vehicle and like we eat dinner at night, you know, stuff like that. Like it's cool,
Yeah.
man. I used to be like, man, if I really meant this. I just wish I had money that I could go buy a cheeseburger if I wanted to. That's how broke I always was. Like I'd be like hungry and I'm like, man, it'd be cool if I could go to McDonald's right now and grab a burger, you know, or like a candy bar or whatever, you know. That was how big my aspirations were.
I used to think like if I had money for food, I was doing okay.
Bro, I was in
You know?
detox.
I was chilling. Like,
Guys would come in
I had
detox.
plenty of dope then because I was spending. Well, like
Yeah,
fuck, bro.
that was it.
Yeah.
But the
'Cause I
guys
was-
would come in detox, right, and they'd have like their energy drinks. I see a guy come in and set his like smartphone energy drink. He had a watch on, and I'm like, man, this guy got it going on.
Yeah, like, are you in the right place? Like, look like you.
No, I knew that like that was like sobriety. Like that's like these people stopped at the store and they all picked out a beverage. It's pretty cool.
Oh, you talking about somebody that worked
The
there
guys that came in to tell their
to
story.
tell the story?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I
yeah.
thought you meant like okay, because you know
Oh,
there's
yeah.
levels of people's bottoms. Like
Oh yeah.
some people like they fucking like my Maserati got repoed. I need to quit. You know they didn't have to go too much
Yeah.
farther than that. Which hey, I'm not saying I'm not like downplaying their shit.
Yeah, that's a gift.
But it's,
I mean,
yeah, that's you know what I mean. That you know they're still going through the internal thing, but if like on the surface level, people will be looking at like, dude, if that's all I lost, I'd probably still be out there. Like I don't know.
So when I came to Jacksonville, I had a duffel bag full of dirty clothes that didn't fit me, and that was it. I
Yeah,
had no teeth, no front teeth.
damn.
So Mike, I want to like briefly like. So you met me the first day you came to Jacksonville.
First day.
Because how did that happen?
Got off the bus. I got off the Greyhound.
But this is a cool story.
So I was in New Mexico, living at this house with my sister, my brother-in-law, and his grandmother and my nephew, and like I had, we had plenty of food. I had a place to stay that was nice. I had a car to drive out there. I had everything I wanted, like basically everything a drug addict would want for free. But bro, I was sitting there for like 2 years. I'm like working on music and doing the shit, but I wasn't going anywhere with life. So like, even in my like spun out, fucking mind, I was like, this is complacency. You know what I mean? So I left, and like, I don't know. I think I was doing a lot of spiritual stuff out there. I was doing a lot of like spiritual practices. Like, I was, I don't know if anybody's familiar with it, but I was working something called Kabbalah, and it's like a initiatory system of pretty much opening your chakras and like, if you're familiar with any Jungian stuff, it's individuation or cleaning out your psychological like fragmentation and like getting to know your shadow and different various archetypes that may appear or maybe work through as angelic or demonic forces. And
that's shadow work?
Yeah, that's shadow work. Okay. So, dude, that's just it. Like,
I know that from
demons, like demons and angels, those are coded language, dude. They're like archetypal forms of different parts of the human psyche. Like, they come in different formats. And what happens is, like, when you do a ritual practice where you're summoning these things, I'd say, is what you're doing is you're calling up a part of your psyche that you've left unconscious your whole life, and that's been programmed through social conditioning, stifled or suppressed urges, or different stuff like that. There's layers and shells of your psyche that we do not touch, and you call it up and you face it and you initiate through it. So I wasn't like super aware of that at first, and it over time through initiation I came to this realization, and God, the source, like, which is the consciousness that is one within all of us, right, gave me this, revealed these types of things to me, and he reveals it to everybody who practices this and doesn't go extremely crazy and fucking starts murdering people for like a lottery ticket or something, because that does happen. People take their own, like, people do stupid shit because they think they're gonna get rich by some sort of demonic pact, like, which isn't even a real thing. Like, truly, it's not a real thing. When you're making a pact with a demon, you're making a pact with a part of your psyche to carry out something. Like, so your pact should be like, if you make a pact with a demon, I don't think anybody else is going to do it, but if you ever do it, it should be something like I'm going to make a pact to get right with, like, to better my relationship with my children. You know what I mean? You don't have to, like, always make a pact to be a rock star or something like that. You know what I mean? But besides the point, that's what it is. It's Kabbalah, and you're just it's everything that, like, all the prophets have done. You know what I mean? Like, when they're talking about going in the wilderness and facing, like, when Jesus went in the wilderness and faced Satan, right? Satan's an archetype, right? The devil is an archetype. He's facing his shadow. He's facing his dark side. His dark side's telling him that he could have all this, that, and the third if he followed the ways of unconscious sleep. But he doesn't take that. He says, I don't want that. You know what I mean? I've followed the ways of my Father, which is God, which is...
And so what's curious about that part is that the devil actually pretty much tells him to commit suicide.
Yeah.
He tells him to jump. He's
Yeah,
like,
that's
"No."
his. That's
He's
his.
like, jump, and this is all these kingdoms can be yours.
Yeah,
So that's like
That's like his-
suicidal thoughts. Like,
that's suicidal thoughts. Right. So this has been misconstrued. I think it's not necessarily by people that even know what the fuck they're pushing out there. Like preachers and this and that and the third. They might study it a lot, but they're stuck in their beliefs. So they're just, it's like the blind leading the blind. And that's just it. Like, people might be like, you're wrong, or this and
well,
that. But
I know the Bible does not say it. It warns against it, which means
Yeah.
it's real.
right. It
Tells you
warns,
not to do it, but it
Yeah,
acknowledges
so-
the fact that there are practices.
Yeah, there are
witchcraft, whatever you want to
disclaimers.
call it, and it warns against it.
Yeah, because it can bring on psychosis. It did bring on psychosis for a little while, but I just managed through it. Like, after a while, if you clean yourself up, it levels out, and everything ends up being really, really abundant. You know what I mean? Like, it's all about what you do. You know what I mean? And like, that's just the funny thing is like, I had all these like forces that were considered demonic, like the names or whatever, and they were all saying the same thing, and saying the same thing as the angelic forces, like, quit doing drugs, move on with your life, go out and be independent, quit being stuck in codependent situations. Like, generally, like that was all the readings. Like, before we move forward, you have to stop doing drugs and leave this place. So I ended up doing that, and I ended up leaving, and I stopped doing meth, right? But I went to this homeless shelter in this small town called Silver City in New Mexico, and like I got there, I was still like smoking weed and shit, because marijuana is legal out there. So I was still like smoking weed. It was like abundant, and I was like drinking every day to go to sleep. I'd definitely drink every day. Like,
Yeah.
I was only there for like 11 days, and then I got a bus ticket donated to Jacksonville, and like, the reason why I chose Jacksonville is because I was talking to this girl that I knew from a long time ago that I met when I was on the run. I escaped. I didn't escape. I had left work release, not came back, and I came to Florida. This is in 2016. And on my way back to Indiana, I stopped in Jacksonville. I met her, and we exchanged numbers. And I was talking to her while I was in New Mexico, and that's where I got the idea to come to Jacksonville. And like, we weren't on good terms, you know what I mean? And I don't know, it all worked out good for me, but I ended up going to prison, and something to do with her. Like I had this whole fucking injunction on me and shit. Yeah, it was kind of on both sides, but
So
I'm the one that
that's
caught
the most recent.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm the one that caught the heat, and plus I was spun out and like trying to extort a job out of money.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was doing all types of crazy shit, bro. So like, when I did that, they pretty much told her she should put an injunction on me, and then whatever. Then it was just a whole bunch of shit.
So
I tried to reason with her people, but anyways, I come here, I get that donated bus ticket from the Catholic Charities, and I come here, and I'm wandering around downtown, bro, and I run into this woman named Jen. She was in AA at the time. I don't know how she's doing now, but she's like, I'm walking by the store she works at, and she's like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Nothing." I was like, "Nothing, not too much." And I just kept moving. She's like, "Hey," I'm like, "What?" She's like, "No, like, what's up, man? Are you okay?" Because I'm just carrying like a bag of stuff, right? And I look fucking aimless. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just don't know where the fuck I'm going, because I don't.
Yeah.
I've never been to the city. Like, have been, but it had been a long time, and I was like not downtown. Like, I had GPS then, and I knew where I was going, right? I didn't know where I was going. I was just kind of like wandering around, and she's like, "Are you sober?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Well, I had some weed in my pocket still, but I was sober. Like, I wasn't tweaking out on ice. And she was like, "You got to be sober." She was like, "I'm gonna call this place and see if they got a bed open, but you got to be sober there." I'm like, "All right, cool." She calls, and she talked to Brandy, who was the manager then, and Brandy was like, "Yeah, there's one male bed open." And she's like, yeah, so here's where it's at. She's like, it's on 4th and Main, go that way. I'm like, all right. So as I'm walking, I throw the weed away. I'm just like, fuck it, it's over with. Like, I think I surrendered to a certain extent then. Like, but I just didn't know what to think of the whole program. But anyways, I go there, and I get like, I do my intake stuff, and then Matt, I think, comes home, or I think it was your day off. But anyways, I ducked my bag in like a fucking bush, and I needed like to go get it, and Matt took me to go get it.
He didn't know where it was at, but he was like, he actually found it.
Yeah, because I was like,
I didn't think you were gonna find it.
I was like,
bro,
I was like, it's. I knew. I was like, it's on like Roselle or one of them streets. I was like, just go by there this way, like, and I'll.
The Riverside.
I'll know where to tell you where to go when I see the surroundings, and I found it.
Nice.
Yeah. So like, and then just from then, like, that's when I met Matt, and that was the first day I was there.
It was like me, you, and like 2 other people.
Yeah, it was Eddie and Andrea.
I got arrested at 4th Street.
Really?
Yeah, the back little apartment bedroom downstairs. Yeah, that's funny.
So yeah, that's when I came to Jacksonville, and like the rest is kind of in history. Like then, and that was the first time I ever was introduced to AA too. And like I said, I wasn't really like, I did the steps. And I did it, but I don't think I wasn't like actually like, oh, I got to do these. Now I'm like, I got to do these. You know what I mean? I have to do these. I have to give 100%.
It's so confusing in the beginning.
Well,
it is. And everybody
I knew what it was though, but I'm like this. I still had this thing like, oh, I've been doing this, like, because I was. It's the same. That's why I said with all the spiritual practices I did.
Yeah.
When I read the Big Book, I finally actually sat down and like read the Big Book, and this is like recently when I was like incarcerated, and I was like, and I kind of knew that when it was like the 12 steps, because like in like the practice of Kabbalah, it's like steps. Like you initiate these like what they're called spheres or sephiroth, and like you go this and this and this and this, and you kind of do the same thing, but you don't. There's so much mystical shit to it that it's not plainly spoken. Like nobody's telling you what to do. Like you're just off on your own, like just figuring this shit out, figuring out your own psyche. So when I read,
what you're saying is not plainly spoken, because like I'm listening to you explain it, and I'm like,
that's what I mean. It's not. It's not plainly spoken. Like you're wandering, kind of like within your own fucking mess, and it's empowering, and it brought a lot of change. Like now that I see, like it brought me here. So it brought me to these places where I could bring it, where it could be brought to order. You know what I mean? And like,
well, really, you're just looking at it's like spiritual principles, which
yeah.
are common among many.
Yes, it's
thoughts
so
and practices.
That's the
beliefs.
Big Book, bro. The Big Book. The thing about the Big Book that I really fucking started falling in love with is like, bro, no matter what it is, every spiritual practice that becomes, even the ones that become a religion that are like fucking twisted now, like this simplifies all of them. Like that's what it, and they made it to where like the common person can understand without the mystical shit or like the fanatical, like end times, like, oh, angels versus the fallen shit, like, you know what I mean, some like hellfire brimstone shit. Like they took all that out and then, you know what I mean, like simplified the steps to
just believe whatever you want
to activating like unconditional love.
Well, that's like when I first started sponsoring him, I was like, you know, my spiritual beliefs were like pretty open. Like I didn't really I wasn't even sure. I knew that I believed in something, and I was like, is it the power greater than yourself? Yeah, go ahead, do it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, demons, angels, whatever.
Yeah, those are
all work according to languages. You use any of that.
It's whatever. Yeah, that's cool.
Changed a little bit since then, but yeah.
Yeah, kind of focused in one direction.
Yeah, but still simple. Still keep it simple.
Yeah, keep it simple. Like take all the bullshit out of it.
We're complicated as it is. Like so for us, that might be like they say simple stuff for complicated people. I think us trying to add complicated to our already complicated alcoholic minds, it's just too much. We need something just in layman's terms, simple.
Yeah.
Keep it
Clear-cut.
simple, stupid.
That's right.
Right, and that's what the big book. That's what I see out of the big book, for real. And it just like simply directs you on how to fucking give yourself soul surgery, or you know what I mean, how to get soul surgery done. And
But one thing that I don't like, that a lot of other things, because I've heard stories of people using yoga, like finding yoga and thinking that might replace, and saying they did those same practices in yoga, but there is one part in working a program for alcoholics and addicts that might not be in these other parts, and that's carrying it to the next person,
yeah,
and which is a very vital part of it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, you know, I think, yeah, for the addict, yeah, for sure, an alcoholic, but
I think it's
you
good.
know, people can get like normal people that don't have the addiction part. They
Yeah,
probably
they're
get,
good,
they can do the
Yeah, I think everybody
yoga
can
or
work the
whatever
steps.
fuck.
It would benefit you in every way because
Absolutely.
you can focus it towards anything,
absolutely, 100%.
and it will just make you a better person.
What?
The outcome. But anyways, hey man, appreciate you coming on.
no problem.
good.
Man. Appreciate you having me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thanks a lot. That's good, right? Yeah, you good? You got any final notes?
yeah.
You got-
Nah, I think we covered a lot of bases, man.
Yeah.
Thanks,
sir.
Mike.
It was
No
good. It's
problem.
good to get to know you,
I'm
man.
glad we
Yes,
got
sir.
you in
Yeah.
here. You'll bounce back.
Yeah.
Bro, that's like I
Be
told him.
back.
I was like, look, man, after, you did 3 years and popped out like nothing happened and just
Man,
doing great.
right to it.
It's
And it's gonna be even better this time because you're gonna come out with some. With
just
some
hang out with the
money.
right people in there. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, don't, because there's going to be people in there that are just like, that are doing
No, I already
shit
know.
that are
I'm
fucking around.
Program, bro. I'm just gonna work the fucking
hang out
program
with
for real.
no one, like, unless you find someone.
Well, I would hang out with like somebody that
if you
spends a lot of
find
time in the
someone that's on
gym,
the same
or like,
page
you know what I
as
mean?
you.
Find somebody that's into what you're into and like, but doing the same shit. You know what I mean? Because you need community.
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying that. But
Man.
like, I don't know what it's like. Like,
No,
hanging
there's
out.
definitely people.
Well, there's always in
There's-
treatment programs. There's always people that are actually trying to do the deal, that are going to try and stay
Yeah.
sober, and then there's people
Yeah.
that are
Yeah,
that
and
are
there-
just there because it's better than prison.
There's people that there are a bunch of people that like. So
And this is
there's
probably
I've
even
heard there's
more
people in
extreme.
there fucking selling Molly, selling
Yeah.
fucking paper dope, selling this. So you just have that.
Yeah,
It's like,
you
it is
can-
what it is.
You can get drugs anywhere.
Yeah,
Anywhere, because
anywhere.
people can get drugs in anywhere. So
Yeah.
if you want it bad enough, you can get it.
I felt
It's
good.
whether or not you want it, or you're going to do it, or you can
Like
you know.
I've went and ate at some places. Like I went and sat. Oh, so I went to Uptown right to eat when I was on my day off. I get a discount, but I like sat at the bar.
Yeah, I've done that.
And I didn't have, I wasn't like, I didn't have any fucking thought to be like I didn't even think about it. Like I wasn't like, oh,
Dude, I sit
I
at
wanna
the bar
drink.
and Tony would make me a mocktail, and I
yeah, like
just sit there and drink it and talk to the other people at the bar. And
it wasn't even a thought. But that used to be like, dude, if I fucking go to a restaurant and there's a bar, like I'm fucking drinking it, like fucking if there's not a restaurant with a bar, stop at a gas station.
I'm
Bobby's
around
a-
alcohol. I'm a
Bobby's a
bartender.
bartender.
I'm around alcohol.
Oh, yeah,
That's how
so-
I pay my bills.
right.
Fucking selling alcohol.
So that's just like a beautiful thing, you know.
It's crazy, man. I have so much control over alcohol, and I have and I was a fucking, before I was a hardcore drug addict, I was an alcoholic my whole life, bro. Since the age of like fucking, well, let's see, I was like 9 when my mom started bringing Bloody Marys in for Christmas, you know what I mean? But like full blown hardcore heavy drinker since high school, like where I would sneak alcohol to school and shit. Alcohol was my go-to. It wasn't until much later that I fucking became a hardcore drug addict. So like for me to go to like be around alcohol all the time and like have no desire whatsoever to drink it because
Yeah.
I know it's gonna make me do hard drugs is crazy.
Yeah, that's cool though.
all right, signing out.
All right, later.
Later.